So bro, I was talking last time about doing like a stage 2 tune on my car, but I was thinking like if I went with like a 3-coil setup, like I could probably lose some of that weight in the center console because I'm changing up, you know, the juice and stuff like that. Could probably get like 20, 30 extra horses. I'm pretty stoked, bro. Pretty stoked. Oh shit. So you want to own a WRX. I mean, like if you like the colors blue and yellow, possibly, and making your cars loud as humanly possible, maybe you own a pair of Oakleys and a couple other stereotypes that we're not actually gonna get into, the WRX may actually be for you. But there are probably a few things that you're gonna wanna know before jumping in to a WRX. One of the first things that you're gonna need to remember is you're probably gonna need to replace your head gasket every month and hold back your anger when people ask, why is your car burning so much oil? The WRX actually has quite the interesting little backstory. After replacing its predecessor, the Subaru Legacy, in 1992, the WRX was the cool new kid on the block. He's the one that had the slippy things that were like mini trampolines. But the problem was that it wasn't available in North America. Thanks, Subaru. Previously, Subaru had focused more on making normal people cars, but then decided against that and thought it might be a better idea to change its image and use motorsport to do it. Not long after the WRX debuted, Subaru decided to amp it up a bit, which is why you see the STI was introduced only 2 years later in 1994. Subaru also entered the World Rally Championship with Colin McRae as their driver when the STI was released. At the time, STIs were similar to their little brother, the WRX, but had 250 horsepower, a stronger transmission that wasn't made of glass, and suspension components, and an electromechanical differential in the lighter RA version as well. The Type RA is a stripped down version of the WRX that was available in the Japanese market for people to purchase for motorsport and tuning. If you were looking for creature comforts, the RA is not something that you would have wanted. It was lighter, had reduced soundproofing, manual windows, no horn, no air conditioning, no anti-lock brakes, a 5th injection, intercooled water spray, and a shorter gearing. As the years went on, Subaru changed. They went from sitting on the sidelines to jumping right into the game. They designed what we call a bug-eye WRX and upgraded the car engine-wise as well. Before we knew it, it was 2004 and Subaru had come out of the blob-eye facelift and introduced the STI to America. At this point, everyone wanted the sport blue WRX with gold wheels because it had won. It had won the World Rally Championship in 2001 and 2003, and it became a staple in the automotive community. I don't know why I'm crying. You see a car out of the corner that's blue and has gold brown wheels, there's a good chance that it's a Subaru. Right on the blob-eye's tail was the Hawkeye. But they didn't only change the styling for this one. The Hawkeye also received a 2.5-liter turbocharged intercooled engine, which had more torque at about 250 ponies. A former Alfa Romeo designer actually designed this facelift and has since been pretty much the favorite of the Subaru community. Everybody loved it. Subaru was on a great running spree for 1 year. And then the 2008 WRX came out, which some might consider a little bit chonky. Subaru was trying to make the WRX larger and more comparable to competitors like the Mazda 3, and which gave it a more mainstreamish minivan, if I may say, look. The suspension was softened and the body wasn't nearly as aggressive, but it could still scoot. Those that were hardcore fans of the WRX and STI were outraged. Outraged, I say. How dare they take away their baby and make it fat and boring? After Subaru realized their mistake, they upgraded the suspension for the 2009 model year in a last-ditch attempt to pull their fans back in. And it worked for some cases, but it just wasn't really quite enough. It really wasn't until 2015 that we saw the facelift that most people are familiar with today, and a lot of people know and love. So what should you expect out of a WRX if you decide to jump on the bandwagon? The WRX is a fun car. It always has been. I mean, why else would somebody be enjoying it? Is it for the fact that it goes fast in a straight line? Not really. It's not really even for the fact that it's been in rally-ish and rally-ish style adventures. It's more just about the fact that they sound great, perform great, and at the current time right now, they're not really that expensive. But let's talk about the obvious, you know, like the modifications. For example, if you get a WRX, you're probably gonna end up getting a Cobb access port with 0.2 seconds of owning the car. You're probably gonna get some rally armor mud flaps, and they're usually red in color, and a vortex generator, and NVIDIA exhaust, a stage 2, and throw some tow hooks on it shortly after. Soon you find yourself wearing some sort of life is too short to stay stock shirts, you'll be burning with rage every time you hear a joke about ringlands, and you'll have an unnatural hatred towards Mitsubishi Evo. But WRXs are a great platform, and here's why. They're probably one of the best sounding cars that you can get for under $10,000. They have one of the widest modification platforms out of all the vehicles that you could probably pick up. They're all-wheel drive, which means they do great all year round. They're somewhat reliable as long as you take care of them. And all in all, they are a fantastic vehicle. They are very safe. People love them. Parents love them because they're 4 doors. You love them because they make lots of noises and backfire. The insurance loves them because they're just a Subaru, and the environmentalists love them because Subaru for some reason has some sort of environmentalist tradition. I don't know, it's a thing. It was an old stereotype. I mean, maybe it's not a thing, but whatever. You can usually find another WRX owner on a trip to the Walmart parking lot meet. You can find WRX owners at the gas stations. You can find Subaru enthusiasts anywhere and everywhere, and that's awesome because that's saying something. That there's really a car out there that a lot of people have a tendency to absolutely love. So as long as you're okay with getting the occasional ringland joke and the fact that sometimes people are gonna make fun of you for vaping, or if you don't vape, that they're gonna make fun of you for not vaping yet, and for the fact that it does have a couple stereotypes behind it, you're actually going to love the car. And if you're looking for a boosted 4-cylinder, a WRX is probably one of the best places that you could possibly begin your automotive journey. And you'll see those cars on anything from NKs to avant-gardes. You'll see them from having a lifted setup to being on coilovers. You'll see them on air. You will see them wide-bodied or not wide-bodied, but you will see pretty much anything possible done to the WRX because they have become such a great platform for people to actually own, especially considering that if you live anywhere that doesn't have, only 2 seasons, bless your hearts, Southern California, but other people in the world have to deal with winter, all-wheel drive is probably the best thing that you could possibly have when you're under the age of 21 and you want to modify a car and it happens to be the only car that you own. So let us know what you think about WRXs in the comment section below, and if you're looking for wheels, tires, suspension, check out fitmentindustries.com. Follow us over at Instagram at Fitment Industries, and of course, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell thing. We will see you later. Adios. WRX, don't get mad at me because I made one joke in the beginning. I'm really sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I know it's really bad. It's not even my Supreme hat. It's Eric's Supreme hat. He's got the hat. I was just making fun of it. Anyway, goodbye.